Who knows? Okay, we're running, and I guess I shouldn't be using too much in regards of my data because I don't have, that much, because apparently in regards of the new credit card and all that, and locking me out of the other one, locked me out of the payment of the mobile. So, which of course I need to then activate it and buy it another place, and then you get a lot less data. So, but anyway, I was trying Absolute Linux, and well, not trying. I've tried it a little before, but and it looks in regards of the whole the overall what do you call it, interfaces like Windows 2000. A lot of it, at least, does seem to be a little overbloated, but that was not really my issue with this. I installed the newest version, and sadly it had so many issues. So now I'm trying to install the older version. Chromium is not working, and was not working on the older version either. He has 3 browsers installed on the in the thing. And he also has games, and I would just like to throw all those games away. It's not why I have a system, right? The new version had issues where the mouse would just go into gigantism and become, I guess, 5 or maybe even more bigger than, it's small, and then you go into the browser, and then all of a sudden the mouse just becomes gigantic. And I thought it was the application. I found out that some of the applications makes the mouse big, and I don't know why. And I looked for the mouse settings, couldn't find the mouse settings. I don't know if there's mouse settings anywhere, but I couldn't find it in the options. So that also was kind of a thing that seemed to be missing. So yeah, and the shops are closing or opening up soon. So I'm kind of getting hungry, and want to go get some food, and I guess take it from there. Um, yeah, so anyway, so I installed the newest version, and I was like, okay, but all these issues, and like, okay, let's just install the older version. So now I'm installing the older version. And as far as I know, there wasn't these other problems. Also in the audio, there was like double, the presets. There was like double presets. So it doesn't seem like he actually checked his version out before releasing it, or maybe he thought it was okay. And there's a lot of things that kind of was issues. So that's how it is, I guess. I don't, but again, in regards of Linux, maybe I should just install Crunchbang plus plus. All these. If I'm going to use Linux, well, I already know what I like, and that was Crunchbang, and maybe I should just turn back to Crunchbang. Again, the problem is in regards of the community and all that, but kind of everybody becomes hostile when you become Christian, apparently. So you end up with, it's okay to promote all paganism and Satanism and all that, but yeah. But in any case, so I'm installing this again. I also need to install Windows again. Have it working on, and then I have a working edition, and then I can pretty much, well, of course, my guide that I lost yesterday, I used pretty much 2 days to write a guide, and it was nearly done, and then I was banned from the forum where I wrote it, and apparently they also deleted the guide. I used 2 days to write that guide. And the only thing it needed was in regards to the BIOS settings that I was getting to, and but apparently not. Apparently not. So they banned me from the forum, the MSFN forum, I think it's called, and deleted my article. And I, tried to reach out to them in regards of my, if they could send me the guide that I made, at least, but they seem to have banned me as well on any outreach on Facebook to them. So I guess they just want to book burn a lot of things, and while trying to help others to actually just be able to install this. And but apparently they, yeah. So I guess maybe someone became offended or something like that in regards to things, and then they just got rid of me. So anyway, installing it, and I was looking to in regards of many years ago. I just thought it would be easy to fix a forum, right? And I knew what I wanted, but that was not mobile ready at that point. And I got I went into a lot of different forums to look into, and then you try them out and you find out you want a specific, you want a feature, but then they, then they say it's not possible and blah 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 and all that. But it seems like one of the forums actually have that feature, and so it's absolutely one of those that ended up on my list as absolutely one of the, one of those to choose from, right? Let's see, if we go into my website, I did write some of the things into my forum, the forum that I have now, at least, that, might be replaced. But there's two options: either to reach out to the guy that actually have made this to see if it's possible in regards of Wizman, but it's a little hard to get. I tried to in regards to stickers, and the thing that I would have liked to I figured out that the forum software actually could be used as an update and news page, if you can actually just pinpoint it when you stick it, right, and then just make it stick in a specific number, right, so it stays there even if someone writes on the specific sticker, right? And I had a lot of discussion and all that, and let's see if we can find the forum list. I think I posted it somewhere. That's a good question where I posted it. I think I posted it before I deleted it. Hello, let's see if it's the hello. Here we go. We have some. So of course phpBB was the one that I wanted from the beginning, many years ago, and then we have phpBB, which actually was the community that I thought was actually the most pleasant community, but then they banned me when we had when I was trying to warn them in regards to the vaccines. And of course, if I say that, this video might be banned. Who knows? YouTube are very, in regards to that. But I tried warn people on the forum, and I was against it because there was things about for the things and all that, and I was just writing my opinion, right? But you're not allowed to have an opinion against things like that, apparently. Then you get further. So I was kicked out, banned for an opinion on that, trying to warn people against it. Then we have Simple Machine. That was where I remember that I had discussion with one main programmer, and I think I might also have, I don't know, but I think I might have discussed it on phpBB as well. I'm not entirely sure. At least I don't think that feature is in phpBB. Then we have Elk Arta, which is based on Simple Machine. If it's based on Simple Machine, they probably don't have it either, because the whole thing is apparently it's so hard to make, and I'm just sick and tired of programmers making excuses of this and that and all that. We have Open Vanilla Forum. I don't know if that feature is actually there. Then we have mini BB, but that's connected with, and I'm not sure it has that feature. Flatboard was one of my, but that's not no go either. But it's just kind of the only thing that was like a different things from, you didn't really need to log in and all that, but you still have a. But then I saw someone actually use phpBB as an update forum, and then I also saw other places where, and I just have to, this feature which I've been looking for is if you could use the forum for updates and articles or whatever, instead of actually having a front page with news, or you could have a front page where you just have the topics, right? And then the topics would go to the forum, and then people could read the articles on the forum and even write and all that. That would be a way to do it. Log in and write on regard to that article or update or news or whatever. And then you just could have that, a specific page for news, right? And just stick them, stick them one by one, and let them stick where they are. And it seems like another, this is a Absolute Linux forum, and he seems to do it like that. If I go back to number 6, that's 2016, he seems to have, well, his first post seems to be 2018 maybe, and then you can see all the data goes in regards. I don't know in regards of if you need to have a specific way of naming things to actually have it. Well, actually, he's naming it very nicely as I would do it. Like you have the day first, then you have the month, and no, actually he does it the other way around. He actually has the month first and then the days. Just stupid, Anyway, but it still seems to work where the sticky is in order, and in regards to the specific order that he have sorted it, and some has a. There seems to be a post here, but it didn't seem to affect the order of the thing. So this seems to actually be just a wonderful way to actually write whatever news. And he also writes in regards of his last one. And here we have like one where there's like 2 replies on this one. And he actually responds to someone. And it doesn't seem like it has. Let's see when he responded, the 5th of July. So it should have, well, there's a 4th July, okay. Well, I don't know, but doesn't seem like it has moved from its placement. So I think you can actually lock the sticky things, so they actually follow the order of the sticky. And he has like 6 pages of this. And it seems to be working pretty good, So if that feature is actually in phpBB, that would be a huge, gigantic reason to use it. And here we have someone writing the 27th August. Oh, it's hard to, okay, but would be. I don't have a login for his forum, and he doesn't seem to reply either. Try to write him and all that, and don't seem to get anything back. But yeah, it's very interesting. And no wonder there's not more activity in the forum when he doesn't, when he doesn't allow people to make any account. Yeah, I do like the forum I have on my own webpage, even if I haven't used it much. And I got it up and running, right? And that's pretty much it. I haven't really gone further into setting it further up, and I haven't seen anyone actually make any accounts. So it should be possible to make accounts, but anyway, I just try to stick it, try to stick it, but it seems like if I, like, let's see, now it's like 6, apparently this has like, let's change this to edit, let's fix this to 7, right? And it says like option stick topic, right? Never show smileys or smaller. Silent edit, don't display, blah, blah, blah. To stick the post first on all pages of topic. I guess that's just in that topic, it will just stick that post. Allowed to edit the given messages without restriction. Yeah, well, submit. Okay, so we go back here, and let's say I have multiple stickies, right? 1, 2, well, I should actually call this number 1. Not that it does much, but anyway, let's call this number 1. So I can follow along and submit. So I want the stickies to stay at their position in regards to when they were made, right? But there doesn't seem to be anything that actually does it. So like number 2, let's take number 5. And I'll write something, right? I'll say hello. I don't know if actually, well, if I merge the post, does it actually react to it? Well, let's see. And go back to it. Yeah. Then it puts the sticker, the sticky post on top, in the top, so if it doesn't really, if I like wanted number 1 to actually be at the lowest, right? And then the newest at the top, now the number 5 is at the top. Like, if I take number 2 here, let's see, the 2 is at the bottom now, and I'll just, and apparently it actually works in regards to merge, okay, so let's see here. Hello, and just submit, right? And let's see what it does. So the sticky fixes so it stick it 2, which was actually at the bottom of the stickies, are now at the top. And apparently in regards to programmers say, well, this is just how the forum software works and all that. And I don't know why this would be difficult for, but apparently in regards of how it have been fixed and blah, 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 and all that. They apparently it's just a huge, gigantic, hard thing to actually, sorry, it's a little too big, this blouse. But apparently just totally, very hard to fix this, so you can actually have them in order. But then I look at this page, right, Absolute Linux page, and I see that this guy seems to be using it like, now of course I can't write to on these things, so I can't see if it's true or not, because a lot of these posts that he hasn't been replied to. But as far as I can see, they seem to be sticky. I'm not entirely sure, but I've seen another page from phpBB themselves, which also seem to have, and maybe actually, that actually also seem to have this feature. And this would, of course, be a huge gigantic reason to use phpBB. I'm just tired of, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that and all that. It's not possible and blah, 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 right? And then and if actually phpBB actually can do it out of the box, that's, why even, why use time on this, debating it with programmers when you can just go out and if there actually exists already something that can do it, right? Well, then just move to that, right? And that's really a huge, phpBB made by Wisman is just wonderful, but it has its the community is not it's pretty much dead. phpBB's website, as far as I can see, it doesn't exist anymore, so that forum is also gone. So there's a huge community behind phpBB, and just trying to find in regards of the updates. What could we have in regards to updates? Here we have some archives, apparently non-support specific styles. Announcement, there we go. Announcement would be maybe where they would sticky things, right? In a specific way. Here we go at least with, and here you see the releases, 339, 338, and then it goes downward. Although there's not that, okay, here's a reply. See, here's a reply, and it seems to stay at that point. Now I would need an account, maybe if possible, to actually see if these are sticking to the correct place. If they continue to just stay in the specific position without actually, oh no, well, you see here, without actually moving. Now I don't know why I didn't really look into that before, why I didn't think about that or whatever, you know. I was looking around. I don't know why I didn't really, you know, as far as I recall, I didn't really get to that in regards of, because that's a huge thing. But maybe I did, and maybe I was asking those at phpBB in regards to this, and maybe they also said to me it's not possible, because at least I remember asking in the symbol forum thing and all that, and got into a, you know, heated debate and all blah blah blah. There's no password. This is especially important if you're using, would you like to? No. You may now physical unplug this absolute installation. Yeah, I mean, okay. Reboot. So I just installed the older version. Now the older version will just have to be updated, and there's a lot of updates and all that, but you know, whatever, updates, bullshit, you know, pretty much. But yeah, Simple Machine and Elk Arta is pretty much just for the, you know, if you can't do that, and you can do it on PP, you know, or phpBB, you know, huge, I wonder where the link for the, oh, that's the link. Okay, I posted it here. But anyway, in regards of the forum on my Jesus God Pope 666.info, it's working pretty good. You know, I would, you know, there's a lot, you know, I would need to further look into things to set all things up and all that, right? But it's just like if I can't make it do that specific thing that can be done in phpBB, then I probably should look into phpBB and just use that. Here we go, phpBB 2.0.0 final release. Here we have some that actually read this if you want to help with phpBB. And it's yeah, well, I don't know if they stick it like that, but I think they actually do. Where to post what, that is in regards to announcements, and of course, you know, the community is not dead. Now, of course, sadly they banned me for speaking against the vaccines. You're not allowed to have a different opinion, but yeah, there you get banned everywhere, because apparently, you know, you can't have another opinion than the rest of the people. Apparently that's just not allowed anymore. So I was banned on that accord, and yeah, very sad. People just can't handle any other opinion than pro snake oil, you know. Yeah, so this version, you know, I've opened it up, and the Chromium on Google web browser still doesn't work. Again, I don't know why he has like 3 browsers and one of them doesn't work, and it doesn't work in the newer version he has either. Let's open the 2 up. No, it still does it. Why in the world does it do this? it didn't do it in the, you know, I tried the USB thing and all that. It didn't do it in the USB version that I tried, at least. It does it now. It like, you know, you go from a very small mouse, that is what it should be, and then you go into, you know, just show it, you know, like it just becomes huge, you know. You see you have the mouse there, that's gigantic. Of course, maybe it's a little, you know, but if you see, look at like here, you nearly can't see it, right? Because it's so small. That's the right size, and then you go, and it just becomes huge. And it's like, why is it becoming huge? That didn't do like that in the live edition. At least, you know, this is the first time I see this, and apparently also in the other version here. And just give me a break with the nonsense. I just and I can't find anything in regards to mouse in the control center. You have a small mouse that is, you know, pretty much the size that you would expect, right? And then you sit and it just becomes huge. You know, the hand is like filling the whole. And I don't know, my computer doesn't really. I don't know. This is not going to work for me. I'm not, you know. Let's see if there's something in regards of. I know there are some problems with. Well, there's a problem with. Maybe I just need to install the what do you call it, the USB version, and yeah, and just go with that, because this is terrible. Let's see if they also have problems in regards of the, no, not video editors. Where's the sound? No, development editors again. Even, oh, here we go, audio. What's audio? Here. I think this was the one, or maybe it's the other one. Yeah. And why is it the audio turned off from the beginning? You know, what's the point of that? Why have the audio turned off from the beginning? Anyway, many of these applications don't have this mouse gigantism, but then you go in and then it all of a sudden it becomes gigantic. Now this one also has like double presets in this version. Okay, let's just shut down. I'm not going. I'm going to make a live instead. You know, that didn't have those issues as far as I recall. So let's do that and not waste more time on that. You know, just why would it get like this gigantism? I've got, you know, I tried to reach out to the guy, but haven't really heard back from him. So anyway, let's okay, we need the keyboard. Let's put let's just call that apps, absolute Linux, well, whatever, apps Linux. Maybe I have to put that actually like that. Start. Cancel this. Let's just check it out. Yep, it should be that. Start. Okay. And what we're going to do is then have the. There we go. I guess I copied it out. Well, it's also in my download, so maybe I could just. Well, those ISO files, let's just delete those at least. This is nonsense, of course. Apparently it's not, yeah, well, interrupted in regards to stop the download of that one. Well, okay, we have it on this one. If we have a place to put it, I guess we. Okay, what do we? Okay, let's get that up and put this in. I guess it's just easier just to actually, install Crunchbang again and get a little back to that was really the system that, and then just take that as Linux and then just drop this nonsense of looking around for this and that and all that. Anyway, here we have the Linux thing, and we'll just copy absolute over and paste, and that will take a little time, and then it should be, well, shouldn't really take long because goes pretty quickly. And yeah, that was terrible, absolutely terrible. I don't know why that would be, but yeah, that was terrible to see. Of course, when you think about it, it takes some time to also install it, while the live seems to be actually live persistence seems to be a lot easier and faster to actually fix, Didn't feel like there was much difference in regards to the speed either, even running the system from an SSD, it still had a little, where you're waiting for the application. Although the system still felt quick, or in responsive, right? The application still are loading in the background. But at least it does not stall the system down. That's nice. It doesn't feel like it's bogging down the overall system while you're using it. But it's still, it's loading in the background. It's battling. It's still battling. Okay, it's going downward in regards of. But yeah, it's so in regards of phpBB, besides being a huge, gigantic community behind it, it seems like it might actually have that feature there. So again, why even debate it in regards of this other forum thing and all that? And it's also mobile ready. It might have its own things here and there, right? But again, if you can actually do that, I don't know. I don't know if I didn't test it or didn't really, put weight in regards of it. Of course I did ask around, but I never really, I really didn't think, well, if they already had that feature and the others didn't have it, well, of course I should have gone with that specific forum instead of the rest. Why use, if I have a feature I really want, and this one have it, and there's really not that much division in regards of, some things that might be a little, but overall, it's not a huge, the phpBB is doing pretty good, it's not totally terrible, some things could be better, but it's not, it's much in the way that it should be, right? In regards of lightweight and not too heavy, although phpBB is more lightweight. It's but you also have some issues in regards of the phpBB, which should maybe be sorted out, which is not sorted out. At least there's some letters going into each other and all that I haven't sorted out. Anyway, but of course, the good thing also with Absolute Linux was in regards of it actually having full speed on the CPU. Absolute Linux out of the box seemed to handle that very nicely. So that's a positive thing and all that for sure. I just don't understand these roughness of things. They should have been sorted out, I don't get the. Let's see if we can get some details. I guess it's having its difficulties. Anyway, 10 seconds left for moving the files over. So of course that's a lot faster than making it install and all that. So, well, you know, the shops have opened, so I can go out and get some food. Not entirely sure what I want to buy, but yeah, well, still copying, still doing its thing. Also have some of the commands in regards of making the CPU, found out Crunchbang out of the box does not, and then you need to, get behind things, and then I just sickening to sit there and sort these things out. I don't see much of a difference in regards of power use, in regards of electricity, so it's still stalling. The system is still okay. There we go. But really, okay, close. Well, it should be. That's just okay. I'll just format it again. I'll just to be sure. 4000 apps quick format. Yeah. Okay. Let's just start from the beginning. I don't know why the information in regards of boxes is not there. There's so many things that they just keep away from you that, that makes you, like in regards of Android, for example, if you have 1 terabyte card and you, and it's not 1 terabyte. That's the first lie and deception that they put on you. It's like 900 and something gigabyte. And then after that you have the boxes, right? But I found out Android apparently makes like 512 kilobyte of boxes, which is pretty big, because when you do that, I had like, I think it was 300 gigabyte of unused space that was used because of boxes that is not filled up, because of the boxes size. They're big boxes and you have a lot of files that are, and then you don't fill the boxes up because you have these big boxes. So I made it into 64 kilobyte instead, and that was much better. Actually, I made it down to 4 kilobyte with a specific application, but that made it very slow, because there's something in regards to mobiles and accessing boxes and all that apparently. But if you make it to 64 kilobyte, you'll get the best of both worlds, and you don't use too much storage. And it's pretty quick, it's you get the best of the both worlds if you do it like that. So that's also the lowest setting you can actually do in Windows 7 when you're doing FAT32 Windows sizes. Just put it down to 64 kilobyte and you will not be misusing, I think it was 300 gigabyte. It was this was huge amount of data that was just used. I was using like, I think 500 gigabyte or something like that, and then you had 300 gigabyte being used that was unused, so you didn't have that much more. It just doesn't make any sense to that's just bullshit, it's just nonsense, there's no. But if you put it down to 64 kilobyte, you really get a huge amount. So already there, you don't lose too much, and you still keep the speed pretty good. Of course, comparing 64 kilobyte boxes compared to 4 kilobyte boxes is still a huge difference, right? In regards of it should be a lot faster in regards of accessing boxes and all that. If you have 4 divided by 64, right? That's what I can't even remember. I can't even calculate it. So 64 divided by 4, right? That's 16, at least 16 times as fast as you would expect it to be, right? And you don't lose much, you don't lose much storage to nothing, when you do that, and the speed is okay, and so it's the best of the both worlds. But of course, you You wouldn't know that because usually you don't know what the boxes are, and you don't know what the boxes are in the first place. And then of course, in regards of getting the information about the box sizes is another thing, right? In Windows 7, you need to first write one commandment and then another commandment to get into and the device, and to see the issues. Bullshit. You might be able to find an application that can help you, but just this information should just be there when you right click on something. It should be able to tell you right at the very instance, well, this has this and this in regards to that. Don't withhold information from the users that are pretty important to know about. I did a lot of investigation and research and looking around and all that. I think I got a better understanding now, because I never knew in regards of these, when you're formatting and you have these different sizes of boxes and all that. And NTFS is usually always 4096. And apparently that's, but if you have FAT32 and all that, and the bigger it is, the bigger cluster sizes it wants, because there's something that it can only handle so and so many. Although it could, I could fix 4 kilobyte boxes apparently. So I don't know what that is about, but anyway, with a specific application, right? But at least Windows Alive 64, so kilobyte, at least Windows 7. So, but anyway, if you run NTFS, just make it 4 kilobyte boxes, and then you will be all to go. You won't lose much information. And if you compare the 4 kilobyte boxes compared to 64 kilobyte boxes, you don't see much loss in regards of when you have files. So it's something you can live with in some sense. But then again, you have 1 terabyte card, they say, which is a lie, because you only have 900 and something. But then further, you also are getting further loss. So if you actually want to write the true, gigabyte that you actually have, you go down, you don't go up. If you have the number and you say properties, right, and you see, okay, 366 gigabyte, well, you can write 366 gigabyte. But of course, if you have something that is kind of comma, 0.7 or 0.9 or something, you can just go down to 366 instead of upward, because actually lowering it would be much more true than, if you have this, usually you would say after 5, right? You would round it up, right? But rounding it downward, it's actually, even if it's like 366.9, rounding it down would actually make it more true than rounding it up. So just round it down, at least that's what I do. Because usually you can't write that much. You can write, if I write 366 kilobyte and or gigabyte and all that, you can't put all the comma thing and all that. So you just have some kind of specific numbering, right? So for example, this 400 gigabyte, as they say, is actually only 366 gigabyte. There's a huge difference, isn't there? 400 gigabyte compared to... Also have these 216 gigabyte of and even one of them is less than what they usually run with. So one is, I think, 14 gigabyte, and the other is 15 gigabyte. And yet they say it's 16 gigabyte, both of them, right? It's disgusting, but it's deception and lies everywhere. And people just, they are A-okay with that. And then people tell them, well, that's just how it is. Oh, really? Is that just how it is? Okay. Well, maybe it became like that, but it wasn't like that in the past. You have IBM. IBM actually did the right measurement. If you actually bought a 60 gigabyte hard drive, you would actually get 60 gigabyte, Not in our days where you don't get 16 gigabytes. You get, whatever other number in regards of the other way, so-called other way to count things. And then, further you can further be, be deceived, apparently. because I think that's, what is it, SanDisk or something like that, that further gives you 1 gigabyte less storage. Then it's just, give me a break. The old 16 gigabyte, which is not 16 gigabyte, have 15 gigabyte, and the SanDisk that is now in the drive have 14 gigabytes. So you lose another gigabyte on that one. So that doesn't even follow the specifics of the second number, and they think it's okay. They sell it as 16 gigabyte. If they are honest, they would sell it as 14 gigabyte of, 14 gigabyte, and rounded the number down and not upward. So that's that's the most honest thing to do. So anyway, we'll load the live version here of Absolute Linux, and see if we get those issues again with this, because I didn't have those issues beforehand. So and I must have been running the live version, no, I've run the live version, but actually the graphic starting out with graphic issues. I don't think it actually had graphic issues in regards of the installed version, if I recall. Well, I still have it installed. I haven't deleted it yet, so I could actually just well, actually, let's just turn it off and just see if it actually is. I don't think the graphic issues was actually there in the installed version. So I guess there's some difference in regards of the live version compared to the installed. So you have some issues in one version, and you don't have those issues in the other version and whatnot. I can still only do very small resolutions. Well, I guess it's not that small, but would have liked it a little higher. Not that I need that high resolutions, but just a little higher. So you actually, if you look at a 720p video, which is this is another stupid wording in regards of these resolutions. What is like 1280 times 720, I think. So that would be the right resolution. 1280 times 720p. That's how we called it in the old days. This other thing just makes it hard to, 720p. Well, what, So usually I would like to have the resolution on the screen at least to that point in regards of 720p, because I usually run 720p videos. So at least there's no point in running above if you don't have the resolution too, right? Okay, the good thing in regards to the installed version of Absolute Live, at least on the older version I have here, is that it doesn't but apparently the keyboard doesn't work. Oh, there we go. Just had to take it out and in again, some USB exercise or whatever. Yeah. So that works. The graphic works out of the box without any issues. I know the USB Live have those graphic issues, so that's kind of a. So you have some issues in one version and some other issues in the other version, and both of them in regards to Chromium doesn't work. Let's see. Let's just load the browser again and see if we have the issue in regards of the mouse again, right? It just goes totally into gigantism. Okay, let's close that down and run the live version again. But yeah, the graphics seems to, there doesn't seem to be any problems in regards to the graphic when you turn it up. So anyway, let's get the USB key in and have the USB turn on, and I guess I can see the difference between it because the graphics start out as being kind of problematic, I think I did update the version. As far as I recall, it didn't change the issue in regards to the graphic, but it works itself out. If you open a program like the video player, it tend to. It's interesting how they use the diamon actually. I think it's actually how you would use in the Greek in regards to demons. Of course, they didn't see them as demons, but they saw them as, spiritual guides and all that nonsense. These wicked, evil entities that deceives the world or deceives people and all that. Anyway, it's loading into the system, and we can just see if the keyboard did work out of the box this time, so that's nice. I wonder if it actually, oh, let's see. That was another issue in regards to the name and the password wasn't in the readme file, so that was kind of a problem. And yeah, we have some problems in regards of the graphics out of the box. So we'll just go up and fix the. Of course, actually, one should really record the screen instead. Who wants to the thing that people want to look at is, of course, the things in regards to the screen, right? Instead of, but then you need to set the mobile in the right direction and all that, and it just doesn't go really. So I'll just take it as it is. But yeah, okay, so we have the MPV media player, and we'll run that, and that should sort out the graphic issues. And of course we have Satan clause promoted in regards to the pagan satanic festival of Christmas, because everything is pagan satanic in this world, it seems, everywhere. And people love lies and deceptions. Okay, so in regards of updating, oh yeah, we need to check if it actually works in regards of not making my mouse into gigantism. So let's take Firefox and open that. We can also take Vivaldi, and I don't know why he doesn't have SeaMonkey, but as I understand it, SeaMonkey is made for this. But oh no, why is it happening? Why it's happening the same on this one? I don't understand it. It didn't happen. Did I use the other computer or something like that to run the? I don't recall. I really don't why is it going into gigantism? What have I done differently this time than last time? Is it because I run AACI, or is it because I run 3.0 in regards of USB that I pretty much would have probably have turned off, right? This is just terrible. It just goes into, well, we can try to, I guess, update it. I didn't, it wasn't there before. I would have noticed this, surely, like, how can one not notice this, it's clearly, huge, it goes from a small little, as it should, right? And then it just, no available updates. What are you talking about? Retrieving packages. Okay, I need to push that before. Okay. And then it's just huge. Yeah, that's not, what is wrong with this? Mark all upgrades. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I put it to USB 3.0 or something. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't like this beforehand, because I would have noticed, I was like, what? how can you not notice this nonsense? Well, just huge, gigantic mouse, I just, this would have made me totally just not want to use it, just at the very beginning, So I would have absolutely noticed this, and this was not like this beforehand. So I don't know why it's now like this, Why would it again, did I use the other computer or something like that? What is different? Okay, let's try to go into let's see here the audio here, and audio equalizer, and see if we also have double of those in the equalizer still in the preset. Yeah, we actually do have double in the, we have popped, you know, rocked, you know, we have everything, you know, doubled. You know, it's just treble, double, full treble, double. You know, it's just all double, double, double. It's just, yeah. And of course, the sound, as far as I know, is also turned off from the beginning. You need to go in and turn it on. Why in the world would that be? You know, I don't know. You know, it's just. So you need to push here. There we go. Okay, there we go. So volume is at, you know, you just need to turn it on, or, you know, there's multiple applications here that you need to sort out to actually get the sound working. Although when you get the sound working, you're gonna actually totally boost it, you know, hugely. So that's nice. But there's just a lot of things that just doesn't make any sense, you know. So let's say apply settings, and we can go into, this doesn't make any sense in regards of this mouse nonsense. Maybe I fixed it on the old other computer. I just don't recall it was other computer. Or maybe it's because of another setting in the BIOS in regards to the USB. The only thing that I can really, you know, is in regards to the USB 3.0 that I most likely would have put on another. There's just, oh my, it bothers me so much. Let's just find some music, whatever. And I'm pretty sure I would have noticed it at the very you know. So I don't understand. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't understand why. How that now is a problem. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Why would this now be a problem? Of course, I could just, you know, actually moved into my own web page instead. There we go with bullshit adverts. Well, let's just go into my own web page, I guess. Why in the world would it do that? And why is it doing? Did I have another version of this? You know, maybe I thought, you know. Oh wait. That's true. I actually no. This version was from, but yeah, maybe I re-downloaded the version at some point. That might be the case here. So it might actually have been like an up. Yeah. I don't know. Someone pinged me somewhere. Give me a break. What did I paste on? What these people are just full of demons, you know. This is incredible. I really don't. Maybe I downloaded another version. You know, maybe I had another version, as to say, because I did download, but it should have been the same version. So, and if you go into live here, you have the 2022. So I don't know what's going on with that. You know. Because this is annoying. You go up and it just becomes small, and then you drag it in, and then it just becomes huge, right? You know, incredible huge. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, let's go get some music here, and yeah, and just become huge. Let's try this one. Okay, it doesn't really sound as loud as I. We have different vol. Oh, there we go. Let's see. That's still not much, but it is a small speaker. That should have done. Oh, maybe this one. But why is it actually not connected with the system? Oh, that's the system. Okay. Yeah, so that's one way. So, but I really don't understand this mouse thing and why it's doing it now. The only difference I can think about was, you know, changing the USB to 3.0, because usually I would have that to 2.0 at installation and all that, and then that should have done something to the. That just seems kind of outrageous. Oh, someone is writing back. So oh wait, okay. Well, who cares what they believe? Yeah, in your okay. Okay, let's see here. Enable, that's the only thing that would be different pretty much in regards to the you know, okay. Yeah. You know, oh yeah. Hypocrites. Oh yeah, there we go. Yes. Oh, let's get some more coffee. I'm just getting tired. Yeah. False witness, Oh, you're kidding. You're off topic. Yeah, like you guys are not off topic in regards of. I don't see how in the world I was off topic talking about. Hey, they will say everything to try to make it okay to do what they do. Of course, they can do whatever they want. It's their own channel and all that, but. Oh yeah, there we go. So, and I was talking about absolute Linux, so I don't see why that would be off topic. Anyway, at least it's much more up on topic than many of the others. But of course, they just want some kind of excuse, and then they run with it, and they listen to the demons, and oh yeah. Anyway, rude. Let's see if that worked. I don't think it will actually work in regards to this. The graphics not working, and that doesn't make any sense that the mouse doesn't. Don't try that. Blah 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 blah. Okay, and there we go with the mouse cursor again. Just don't know. That is so sad. This doesn't make any sense. I could try on my other computer and see if we have the same problem, but yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. Why would the cursor become? And I guess then one needs to figure out and this and that and all that, right? I guess I don't know if I actually got all the updates sorted out. But yeah, should just install Crunchbang and see if I can set that up, I guess, and drop the other things. I know Crunchbang was nice if you can just set everything up. You can get a pretty powerful system up and running with Crunchbang. Okay, and execute. Let's see here. 282 upgraded. Blah blah. I need to. Okay. Oh. No. Oh well. So that was I don't know. That was kind of sad. A huge icon. I don't know. I just don't know why. Why would the icons become huge? System tools. Software updating. Set default web browser. Create a new user. Change password. Set system fonts. Toggle email notification. Run services. System time. Set time, and then we have some printer thing, and then we have system information, machine, keyboard shortcuts. Of course, interesting in regards to keyboard shortcuts. If there's any good keyboard shortcuts in regards of oh well, still huge. System information, memory usage, memory top 12. Drive usage, find, install. So yeah, it's kind of yeah, don't know. I just don't recall getting these huge sort of things. Apparently, it's a huge. Yeah, is this already running? Blah blah blah. Yeah, yeah. I have no idea why anyone would make the mouse just all of a sudden bigger, and there doesn't seem to be any mouse. I don't see any just like screen size and all that. Well, of course, I can only set the screen size to 1024 apparently. I think I had some problems with that on Crunchbang as well, but you know, it's not, you know, it's not the worst issue, yeah. But set font, yeah, I can set the fonts, okay. I guess I could find the Commodore font and fix that in some sense to get a little Commodore feeling or whatever. But yeah, it's running processes, find, install, edit, remove, install, web browser, and it has the Chrome. Open it. I have to stop pushing it. There you have like Chromium on Google, then Mozilla Firefox and Vivaldi, and of course Chromium is, as I understand it, his primary browser, and yet it doesn't work, you know. Kind of, you know, weird that it wouldn't work, right? So there's some issues that should have been worked out. It's set for the default browser, right? But it doesn't work. I'll see here after the update of all the things and all that. We have Drive Map, that's pretty nice. It's like on the Windows tool where you can see things and all that. System services, time zones. Oh yeah. Call that out, huh? You guys are a joke. You guys are a joke. There we go. Just. Empty trash. That's, yeah. Bum. But I guess the community is not really going my way either in regards to Slackware, so I guess it doesn't really matter much, you know. So I guess I can drop it, you know. Haven't really heard anything from the guy that makes Absolute Linux. Of course, it's a little hard when you don't have a possibility of joining the forum either, because I guess he everything takes time, and I guess, kind of hard to, like, a whole system, to keep up with the whole system. And but yeah, all these issues should have been sorted out before release, I think. um, I don't know how many other issues there is. I haven't further gone into it. It's kind of, some of these issues should have been sorted out. Like, why in the world would the mouse become like gigantic in some applications and then not in others? What's the point of that? It doesn't make any sense. Why is the mouse not just the same as it is? Maybe there's something in regards of themes that maybe also changes the mouse. I don't know. Let's see. iSpoon2. Let's try that. Whatever. And see if the mouse changes. No. Like, it becomes small and then it becomes big. What's the point of that? You just give me a break with that nonsense. I guess this probably doesn't change the mouse at all. It's just the theme. I don't see any place where there's any settings for the mouse. Restart ICE WM, refresh menu, ICE VM themes and GTK theme, desktop icons, desktop background. Yeah, I don't see any. By the way, let's make that's a nice feature in regards to login, auto login, as it should be. Icons, font, no. Yes, there we go. Why in the world it needs to ask me when, that's another, there's like insanity in regards of, hey, I just told you to do it, right? You don't need to ask me again, right? You push auto login, right? And then it asks you, do you want it or not? In regards to auto login is currently on, would you like to turn it off? Well, I guess if you want the menu like that, but kind of, it could just have been like, when you already have auto login, right? You expect it to, anyway, I guess it is as it is. But just Crunchbang mostly has what you want, and of course there's some things you can edit here and there and all that, but pretty much Crunchbang was pretty close to being, if and I guess, if you just set it up and all that, you have a very, very powerful system. So maybe I should just drop this and not waste too much time. It would have been nice to be able to actually, fix the packages and all that I wanted, and see if this could actually be like, because it does really, it looks like Windows 2000 a lot. The menus are like Windows 2000, and you can, I think as far as I understand, you can set it pretty good up, right? And, like games, which should be removed totally. Why even have that in the... A lot of these things that is in this version should should be removed. I don't think I would ever need it. And some other options and all that would be needed in regards of another browser. SeaMonkey as a browser, or Pale Moon, but SeaMonkey would be my preferred. Like the good old days and all that. Then it could be actually become very nice. Yeah, it would take a lot of work and a lot of research and all that, right? And if you have a whole community that is just totally hostile, which I get, a lot of Linux communities are hostile, very hostile. I actually thought that Microsoft communities might actually be less hostiles, but apparently, apparently they can be hostile as well. It's still downloading. But yeah, this Linux, Linux, what is it called? ICE WM looks very, very close to Windows 2000. Can't complain on that. Has the thing in regard to the screen, yeah, you can easily go to the desktop thing here. What do we have? File system here. You have the terminal there, and you have the file viewer, and you have the web browser, which, it's not working, but that's the Chromium browser that he has put up as the default browser, which doesn't work. It's kind of, how can you have the default browser not work, it's kind of, and why even have 3 browsers, like one browser should be enough. I understand there's some browsers. There's also a web browser thing. I'm not sure what that is for. There's like this web browser icon as well. I'm not sure what that does. Maybe it just opens the default browser. Maybe that's the thing. So you have Zoom, IMAP, quick check. I'm sure you have some good goodies, right? But that's just, no, we have Zoom apparently, cloud meeting for Zoom. But yeah, it's now we have closed Mozilla browser. I'm not sure why that would be around. You don't seem to be using a Mozilla-based default browser. Okay. If you push here, you can see the whole desktop thing and a SCIT thing. I'm not sure what that is, but oh, here we go. Okay, maybe it's going to open a lot of those now. I'm not entirely sure. No. This desktop, what is this? You can move it around. There's like this desktop thing at the top. I'm not sure what it is. So you can right click, okay. Added a new app icon. Website added an internet shortcut. That's interesting, I guess. So iDisk 2. Oh, it's opening up again. I guess I pushed it a good amount of time. I have to not do that because it's like if something doesn't happen, you just push it again, right? And then all of a sudden but you have Skyter or whatever, a writing tool, but it's not able to do what I want in regards to. I'll not open a couple of them. I'm not sure if I need to double click to open them up. I just open one. It didn't really. Oh, right click. Oh, I need to right click and not left click. Okay, that's interesting. That's kind of not how you usually expect things to work. So you can actually do whatever you want with the other one to move the icon around, but it doesn't open, and you can move the other one around. How do you get the settings for it then if right click doesn't? Apparently right click opens up the. Why is the desktop icon so big, compared to standard icons? Can I put this icon down? I can't move it. Okay, I need to apparently, and then say new, added a new icon, I guess, and okay, next. Okay, well, previous icon, leave blank for no caption. Can you? Oh, that was the root thing. Yeah, okay. But why would you change? When you're pushing, icons down. You push on the left mouse like standard, right? And when you right click, you get into the menu like you usually do, right? But then on the desktop, you do the opposite. Why? This is bullshit, It just doesn't make any sense, you know. It should not be like that. I could make a whole thing of things that are, you know, well, I guess if the programmer doesn't, he doesn't, or the guy doesn't respond back, you know, there's no point in regards of looking into things, right? Tools, mark things here. Pretty much have tried this on, this Skitty or Skyty or whatever. I tried that on Windows, but it didn't really have the, where you can just connect to an FTP and easily sit and code and all that. I think I just need to go back to Crunchbang and use that. If I use any Linux, then just use Crunchbang ++ and whatever use I will have and all that. Then I think I'll just go with that. I do have some of my, you know, my settings from another place. So, well, yeah, I don't get that, you know. Why in the world would you change the mouse to just work differently? You know, what? I don't get it. It just doesn't work for me, for sure. This looks pretty good in regard. I think there was two file things. Yeah, those, I don't know, in regards to all this development, Qt assistant, Qt designer, Qt language or linguist. I don't know what Qt even is, you know. Probably not anything that I would need in any way. I'm not sure what it, you know. Let's see, help. Opens up here. Qt assistance, text, whatever. There's a lot of, I don't know. Okay, Qt. This program uses Qt version 5.15.5. Qt is a C++ toolkit for cross-platform applications development. Okay, probably don't use that. That's probably a waste of space. Then we have CMake, Data Display Debugger, GLAD, OpenJDK, I guess that's JavaScript and all that. I didn't, this guy is writing. I didn't read the entire backlog so I have no idea what you were talking about. Just saw bits where you were being completely off topic. I'll read things in context. I'll read. Sorry if this is beyond your ability to grasp, but based on Slackware, it's not the same thing as Slackware. Yeah, well, no, but at least. Apparently they have a problem with me they just want to find something. But hey, you got, yeah, okay, but hey. Oh. Oh, Skywise wouldn't have banned you if you weren't doing something wrong. Yeah, yeah. Well, hey, no man, yeah, it's like, yeah. Yeah, it's not. No worries, no worries. Okay. Oh, oh. Do 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 do. Okay. Do 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 do. So that's pretty much it, I guess. Like, hey, if the bum 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 bum. Yeah. Yeah. For nothing. Okay, for the bum bum Asunto audios, you know. So okay. Yeah. Oh, what did I? Bum 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 bum. I was still updating in regards to that. I don't think it will sort any of the issues because it was also in regards of I was also in the newer version, so I just don't get these issues, you know. That's, you know, the insanity these days, sadly. You know, a lot of things are done pretty good in regards to this, right? But some of the things, you know, why would you right click to open an application when you use the left click to do it in every other place, right? Why would you just all of a sudden need to right click to get to open the application? It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. Oh. Look. Oh yeah, look. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Trust. Yeah, sure. I'm sure. I'm sure that. Sure. Oh yeah. Bum 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 bum. Oh, here we go with the application. But again, why would you change? You know, if you open the applications with left click, why would you then change it all of a sudden to right click instead of left click? You know, what is the, you know, just insane. You know, just keep it sane, right? It just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense at all. So usually you would, I guess, you know, in regards of in Windows, I guess you were moving the icons also with the left click, right? And then you would double click and then it would activate. But this is not the way, you know, here you right click. It's just, I don't get it. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, well, like, well, I just, boom, 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 boom. Okie dokie, yes, okie dokie, there we go. Bum, 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 bum. I think that would be a good. Yeah, but I think that would be a good thing to do. Quick ways. Just get back and just get back to. And that would be a thing to do. It's incredible. I do think that would be a good thing to do, right? Anyway, it is. Good point. Anyway, so it is, you know, if bum 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 bum. Respond an email. The point. Okay, well, it is what it is. I guess in some essence, I guess I'm just stuck on Windows 7 as it is. Calibra games, blah 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 blah. Anyway, let's see here. I don't understand, why people are banning me for nothing, Oh, you're talking about another distribution. Well, another distribution that is based on Slackware, It's interesting. I talked to someone at the beginning that they didn't do this and that. If someone was talking about something else, they would have, still, yeah, just. Anyway. Let's close that down. Download rate, blah 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 blah. Downloading. Boom boom boom. I get, it's just how it is, that's. Don't expect anyone to love you if you stand for the truth. Anyway, rather get kicked out than, than stand with lies and deceptions, right? So I don't understand this thing in regards to the mouse, and then it churns, right? You go into the application, it's just a small mouse, right? And then you move over and then it just becomes huge. So even this application is like you small and then big, then just could grow into gigantism, gigantic hand, and then you move and this becomes a very small mouse, like natural mouse, and then and then others where it just is huge all over, and if you then get outside the application, it becomes just doesn't. I don't know what this nonsense is. Maybe he thought it was a feature or something. Here it is just the same size in the terminal. Apparently it's the same size in the terminal, and it's the same size in at least in this file browser. So but yeah, why would you expect anyone to begin to, want to use time if they just kick them out? Oh yes, yeah. Oh yes, yeah. Well, I don't know. Apparently, so that's kind of anyway, way too and still downloading updates and all that. That looks pretty good. You have the computer and you have this one here. Chromium is broke. Web browser seems to be broke. Graphics. File manager. What's the file? I think there's two file managers in this. Although I can't seem to find it. File manager. I don't even know where the file manager is. You have audio. What? I guess you have the file manager down there, but that's one of them. Oh, okay. Maybe that looks actually different than the other one. So maybe we actually already. Oh, maybe we have the two. Although I don't know where the other one is coming from, but I guess we have these are the two different file managers. Okay. And yeah. I think this one actually looks pretty good. About Qt. So this is a. So maybe this is not a file manager. Okay. Thought it was a file manager. Does have like icon view, zoom in and zoom out, settings. I don't know. Help about. Well, I guess it's nearly done finishing this. But yeah, at least it feels much more lightweight than many other systems. But I don't know, you know, I don't understand these things. Like, why is that double things, right? Why is that double presets? Why does the mouse become bigger, you know? A huge amount of because that's just on top. Yeah. iMath, library for graphics, blah blah blah, working. Memory used. Just don't get this. Don't get. What's the point of that? I don't understand this, you know. And why do you right click to open applications all of a sudden? That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, okay, I found out how to open applications, I guess. You right click, apparently, when they are on. I guess I can make like a edit a website. Let's try to edit a website shortcut. Well, I guess see next and see what happens. Oh, apparently it needs the URL there. Apparently I thought it was the place where I needed the URL. Command location, well, whatever. Maybe it works, maybe it not. Let's see what happens. Working something, I was working on the updates. I don't see the website shortcut. I don't know. It's not here at least. Website. Oh, let's just write something, right? Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, maybe I need to have HTTP, blah 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 blah, and all that. And yeah, okay. Next. So was, you know, nothing happens. Well, I'll move the desktop icon down there. No, it's just, I don't know. No, apparently it's still upgrading its thing. Well, apparently also have two mail things, launching mail client and another one. It's just, you know, this huge amount of things going on, right? And yeah, I think I need to go back to Crunchbang and see if I can sort out something. Instead of test, but it's nice, you know, it looks very much like Windows 2000. They would just need to sort out, you know, like games should be gone. You would need to find out what apps you would like instead of all these LibreOffice things and all that. Could probably be replaced by the smaller, and you have that installed on Crunchbang. Yeah, I guess I just need to make some food and take it from there. In regards of, maybe I should look into in regards of getting my glass out of my feet, you know, again. Although it's kind of doesn't go too well, and I just don't know where the glass is. That's the problem. And it feels like it's there, and then, you know, and I just can't dig down in the toe, and well, I can, of course, but you know, it's kind of, you know, if I'm going to dig down, it would be nice to specifically know where to dig down into, right? I can't believe that no one can help, apparently, in regards to that. Just live with it. Oh, just live with glass in your toes. Hell, that's, you know. Anyway. Now let's close that down. That was worth a try, right? Wait. I'll just let it update, and I think I'll stop. Let's go get Crunchbang ++ or something like that, and try to install that instead on the computer and see how that goes. Well, it was, you know, it's, yeah, it was like, yeah, I really don't know, you know, it's just, I think Crunchbang might be running worse, even if it should be more lightweight, but it might be in regards to this CPU thing that I sorted out. I don't know, well, at least let's fix the other thing on a back burner. Apparently the keyboard didn't work out. So let's see, a Crunchbang. Crunchbang.org. Now if the guy that actually makes the other thing actually ever responds, that might be so worth something, right? But I'm just, you know, at the moment I'm just disillusioned by it. You know, you get kicked out by the community, and then, you know, you think, what is the point of then furthering. Well, of course, you get kicked out of a lot of places, right? But it just doesn't make it easier for you to actually grow in regards of things when, when you get kicked out of the community. So, and apparently talking about absolute Linux apparently is off topic, even if it's based on Slackware, Wow. Well, still upgrading apparently. The last edition of Crunchbang is from 9th. Well, it's not that old actually. And I absolutely do feel more at home on that than so. Let's go back and see if we can figure out anything on that level. Yeah. It was interesting, this absolute Linux. I think it has absolutely possibilities in it. I don't understand all the things in regards, and that's huge amount of applications, which doesn't seem to do me any, there's lots of things. But overall, it works pretty good. It looks like Windows 2000 on a lot of levels, at least. It seems to be functioning pretty good, opening things up and all that. It's LibreOffice is opening, but of course LibreOffice is always, it's just terrible. It's always, it's become slower and slower and slower. So I don't know why, what they're doing to make it so slow, but yeah. It's just terrible looking at my portable version of LibreOffice and then starting it and just, it was just huge amount of time it took. Then I tried OpenOffice, and there was a huge difference between LibreOffice and OpenOffice. And of course, LibreOffice has modernized and done a lot of things, so it doesn't even look like the good old days. Whereas OpenOffice is closer to the good old days, although there are also some new stuff and all that. But maybe one can actually just look into one of the older versions, which actually maybe also might actually be able to run on Windows 2000. I'm not sure about that. Okay, the updating and all that is still ongoing on this. Yeah, it takes a lot of time for sure. Not show this dialog again. EXIF edit is a Linux application for reading, writing, and modifying EXIF files and other meta blah 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 blah. Okay, is it something that I've opened up something? I guess maybe. Oh, that was I guess the last cup of coffee. Yeah. Well, it's the preparation day before the Sabbath. In regards to Windows 2000, when we have the terminal, the file manager, and the Chrome browser, which is just a web browser which doesn't work, like it's kind of, that would be something of, if you're going to release it as something to use, right, it's kind of nice to have it actually working, right? Of course I understand there's a lot of things in regards to the system, right, but yeah, you know, it's I guess it's a lot of things to actually keep straight, right? But would be nice to actually see it working. Of course, it doesn't make it easier for people to. I don't understand that we have system tools. Okay, we have right click. Like so many things. It's kind of getting overwhelming with all that applications and games, right? Why would I have any games, you know? Audio seals, is that the audio thing here? Oh, that's playing files, I guess. That actually looks pretty good, you know? It looks a little like foobar. Old foobar. Yeah, that's possibilities in this, I guess. It's okay. We have the Crunchbang downloaded. Yeah, let's just close it down. You know, this other thing. Okay, we have a little installment here. It kind of doesn't want to stop updating. And there you go. You go from small mouse to big mouse, small mouse to big mouse, small mouse to I don't get it. You know, no settings for the mouse settings at all, as far as I can see. Upgrading. Well, I guess it doesn't want to stop while it's upgrading, apparently. Yeah, well, let's just turn it off. And let's get the installation of Crunchbang fixed. Let's see how that goes. Oh yeah, at least that's very minimalistic in regards of the. I think it's also run only 1000 and. Let's see, run as administrator. Well, okay, we apps Linux, yeah. And let's take the Crunchbang. There we go. And Crunchbang. Yeah, FAT30 quick format. Blah 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 blah. We also have in regards if we want to make a persistent. So I guess it might also be able to run in regards to a persistent mode. I'm not entirely sure. Let's just, well, let's give it 10 or something like that. 10 gig of near 9 gig, whatever, you know. I don't know if it even works, but yeah, let's try it out. And apps Linux, no, we'll make it into Crunchbang. Yes. Yes. And if I'm going, you know, yeah, I can further look into Absolute Linux if anything, but I think it's just maybe a good, I don't know, just put it on the back burner or leave it or something like that. You know, it's just. So you know where to go to, right? You know, if you have issues with the system, right? Where to go to? Where's the community, right? If you can't log into a forum, you know, then a kind of the community kind of ends up not being able to grow, right? You know, I understand that there can be a lot of, you know, and of course there's a lot of things to work out, right? And everything takes time, so. And it's not easy with all these things, and the whole system is a huge amount to build up. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just in a gloomy, negative mood. Well, I guess let's see how Crunchbang works out in regards of speed. I know I need to tune the CPU settings And Absolute Linux had this wonderful thing where it actually was, using the CPU at it was pushing the CPU to the maximum. Whereas some of these other Linux distribution, well, a lot of them put this nonsense of, saving energy and all that, but it doesn't really change in regards of saving much energy. I've looked at it, and on my machine does. But why would you get a Linux distribution, right? And then you get a, you go out and buy hardware for a bigger machine, right? That can do bigger things and this and that and all that. And then out of the box, they just make it slower, What's the point of that? I just doesn't make any sense. So we're going to install Crunchbang instead. Yeah, we need to look into this phpBB thing as well, I guess. And in regards of Crunchbang, in regards of see if we can get that guy and ask him if there's a possibility. First, of course, I need to figure out if phpBB actually can do what I think it actually seems to be able to do. At least it seems like people are using it for that. And if that is correct, then I guess I might need to move in that direction and maybe set up a forum and forget the other one that really, that other phpBB is really wonderful, Would also needs a little more work. I guess I'm just stuck on a lot of things. And everything takes time to sort out, right? But yeah, Crunchbang is just very minimalistic, and it has what, it's so good. It would have been nice if Crunchbang was a little more newbie, but yeah, it's minimalistic, and yeah. I think Absolute Linux would be nice if one could figure out how, in regards to what distributions want to use and all that, and like install SeaMonkey, for example, or Pale Moon and all that, and fix the menu as, you could make I think a pretty decent distribution in regards of your own distribution, as they call it, or as he calls it. That would be, but if you're not able to get on the forum so you can ask questions or anything like that, how, it's not really going to move forward, is it? Because I can't figure out how to do these other things in regards of yeah. So boom, again, a little bit, yeah. Copying ISO files, 79.7%. Yeah. Let's see here. I guess I would need to make a new account in regards to this. Well, there's always the option of just using Windows 7, Yeah, even if that's a crap system. But that seems to be, pretty much the thing that you end up being stuck at, so. Well, we're nearly done with the installation here of Crunchbang, so we should be able to install it and see how it's running, and interesting. Let's see. Close. Yep, there we go. And eject. There we go. That would be nice if I could get the glasses out of my feet, Anyway. Boom, 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 boom. There's no more coffee. Okay, we have the live. Well, we don't have a keyboard clearly. And by the way, I should probably put the USB to 3.0. Now that it's Linux, it should be able to. Okay. Enable, escape, save. Yeah, but if someone want to run Windows 2000 on Linux, I think Absolute Linux seems to still be the closest of anything that I've tried, and it's still lightweight, you know. So one could absolutely still work on it to make it something, you know, get a. And if one knew how to really further, one could really make it into the Windows 2000 experience, I guess. Advanced install options, start installer. Also have the, I can go to the live and see how that looks. It's apparently beta 3, apparently it's still in beta. Why would it still be in beta? Well, I guess apparently it's still proclaiming it's beta. Okay. That's not much of a Crunchband experience. You get into Debian, right? You know, like a Debian logo, you know, on and on and on, the Debian logo. Well, why not Crunchband? Why a Debian logo, you know? It's kind of doesn't, it takes you away from the Crunchband experience. But anyway, okay. You know, when he made the last Crunchband, you know, just the experience and the whole package of Crunchband was just amazing, you know. And then it just stopped, you know, and he just left the project and he didn't give it over to someone, and he didn't want anyone to. It was just sickening to the very core. Why is apparently the keyboard is not working here? Maybe I need to. No, the keyboard is still not. At least the live edition doesn't seem to work. Oh, there we go. Okay, just needed to push it in and out a couple of times. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, it's opening up. Yeah. And there's some things that it's just stupid, but yeah, we have like an ABI word processor. And that came pretty quickly, and we can just open the menu like that, and yeah, it's just wonderful. Yeah, it takes 1, 2, then you have the open in regards of ABI word. Took a lot longer with the LibreOffice on the. Let's see here. Of course, we could try to maybe install LibreOffice and see how long it takes, but it probably takes a lot longer. Run the installer now. Yes. Let's see what happens. Well, then it begins to install the system and all that, and let's see here, get installing packages. But it starts out with that little small application in regards of ABI word. And I haven't really used ABI word, you know. I used OpenOffice in the day of, but probably ABI word is a, it seems to be a pretty decent word processor that absolutely would be able to do what you want. So that's the most and it seems a much more lightweight option than both OpenOffice and LibreOffice. I know why they have LibreOffice instead of OpenOffice in regards of Anyway, I'll be right back. Oh, I just need to pee. I guess I can close the. See, yep. There we go. still installing the LibreOffice. Of course, I need to install Crunchbang. But we'll sort that out at some point. What do we have in regards of LibreOffice has been installed? Yeah, okay. Let's see here. It's just so, you don't have anything in the, it's just the system that keeps it in the background. Although I do wonder, there seems to be missing, usually Crunchbang has this, maybe it needs to be restarted. I think it's conky or something like that. There we go. It's working now. CPU uses 2% and all. Oh yeah, we also can go and let's see here what we only need one. And the amazing thing is you have these tables and you can make the applications open in the different, in the specific group. That's very nice when you have things working. Although I can't remember, you need to set some things off for sure. Lots of things actually, but it's nice to see everything just opening up when you just start up and in the specific windows. And oh, that was amazing when that worked and when I had that set up. Anyway, but it's a lot of things that you need to set up, and but it can become a very powerful thing. I don't know what this is. Right click, display brightness, presentation mode settings, system, general, okay. I don't know what resolution is running, but probably 2024. Let's see here, view. Resolution, yeah, and that seems to be the maximum. I don't know why, but there must be some kind of driver issue or something like that. But of course, it should be able to run more than. I guess it's not, 2024 is, pretty decent anyway. But yeah, should be able to do more. Okay, let's go into my web page. And the bulletin board, and here down here. It's very, it's very, very nice in regards to the very lightweight. Let's see here. Hello, I think it's down here. No, that was not it. Governor, there we go. Okay, we have the code here. And copy into the terminal, which control, no, it's super key T or something like that. There we go. Can't remember everything. I does this. Okay, that was, no, that was wrong. Oh, that's because something is, why is it copying it wrong? Let's try again here. Copy. If I recall, there's two ways of copying. Okay, there we go. And yep, the govern, I can see it's not doing what you want. It's keeping it very low in regards of megahertz, which of course we would like to actually have it fixed to. And also try to run this command and see what we have here. Oh, we need another terminal. Let's see, there we go. Yep. Wait, that was wrong. Okay, we have a couple of, okay, paste.
Why is it still taking that terminal? Oh, I did not take this one on copy. So don't give me that nonsense. Just fix me the. There we go. Okay. Now we get some information. Okay, CPU megahertz max and minimum. Okay, minimum and max. Okay. Okay. So that's sudo app install. Well, we have like. Let's try this one. See this command and see how that works. On demand. So the governor at the moment is on demand. We don't want it on demand, we want it on performance. So let's try this one. Invalid argument. How did I then? Because I remember changing it in Crunchbang as well and getting it to work, but I can't remember how I did it. It's like echo performance sudo thesis devices system CPU frequency scaling governor. It's like cat suitsy Intel overlay. I know there's a way to do it. I can't remember how I did it last time. In some way I fixed it to performance on some way. Wasn't there something like, scaling? You had the scaling on demand, right? And you changed them, I think. On something. Let's see here what it says. Invalid argument. So sys device system CPU 0 CPU frequency scaling governor. Let's see what it says. Okay, let's see on demand. That's sys devices system CPU. Let's see. CPU frequency scaling govern. Why is that an invalid doc? Echo performance. What if edit the echo on demand and see what it says? On demand. Invalid argument. Oh wait, maybe we need to have a sudo, like sudo. Oh, well, actually we can do it like this, and then we sudo bang bang, right? Sudo, I think it was bang bang, like in the old days, right? Bash echo. Okay, that apparently I thought it was sudo bang. Maybe I'm. Oh wait. Okay, sudo echo. Invalid argument sudo. Well, let's see here. Sudo. What's it called? Sudo something. Sounds like some kind of sudo what? Sudo su. Okay, can't remember all these things. Alright, there we go. Root. Okay. So we have root. So now we're in root, and we need to fix. I just can't remember what I wrote, but I did something. So I think did I go directly into invalid argument? Maybe I went into the file and changed it directly or something like that. Let's see here, file. I did something that made it work. That's typical when you can't remember what you're doing, right? Okay, let's see. Sudo sys. Apparently, we're not to sys computer file system. sys, okay, and we're going to wire sys devices, there we go. Sys devices what? System, and then sys devices, system CPU, okay, so that's then we have CPU 1 and 0 and 1, okay. We have the first one. This doesn't really seem to be the CPU frequency, and CPU frequency scaling governor. Let's see, scaling governor, there we go. Let's open that up. That's on demand. So I'm not sure why it wouldn't be able to change, or maybe it's because it something, okay, let's see anyway. I'll just say performance and copy that into it. Scaling governor, I'll just, oops, I don't know why it wouldn't actually just, let's see here, T invalid argument, let's see, home echo performance, sudo blah blah blah, sudo performer. I don't know if performance needs to be put in there, or if I just put performance, maybe install some kind of a program that maybe could fix it to performance. Yeah, well, whatever. Let's try to paste performance into the file and say save. Permission denied. Okay. Well, I guess we need to open up with open up as root. There we go. Should always open up as root, but you know, of course that's okay. Let's see. Paste and save. Okay, it's saved. Okay, let's try again when the, I don't know if that's going to work. You know, I'll fix something that works, right? But anyway, performance still invalid argument. Well, I can open this with root, and I can just fix the performance and just delete the other one. I'll reload. No, apparently that removed the other thing. Okay. I don't know why. Paste. Save. Okay, so that should have reload. Okay, now we have performance in that file. And we're going to CPU, the other one, CPU frequency, scaling drive, scaling governor. And we remember root. And let's just delete this one and paste performance, save. And then what? I don't know. I guess things should be fixed, but it's probably not, but we'll see. Oh! It's still not as high as, but it seems to maybe have worked. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's just because it's now making more things. It's hard to know. It should have been high, you know. I'm not sure. It's. Oh, that was also a way to actually make it. Oh, that's application, but I guess you can do some kind of code as well for that. Anyway, I guess I'll fix that in. I guess I'll further look into things when I get to that point, but it's just stupid to have. We can try to go in here again, open as root, and just on demand, and say save. Let's see if there's, yeah, that does seem to be a difference. You can see the first CPU that is higher than the other one that is now gone lower, but it's still not as where we would have liked it. Would like to still have it further boosting. Because there's much more than, and there's like this minimum thing you can also do. Let's see here, minimum CPU frequency terminal setting. Well, I guess first we need to install the system, I guess, and then we can look into things, I guess. What is the correct view to way to view your CPU? Well, that's, okay, we already know how to do that, but how do we actually that's an application where you can like minimum so and so much and all that. If we can set the performance and all that, then I just don't understand why someone would actually set it so low, instead of giving it full speed. Why wouldn't you, if you go out and buy some hardware, why wouldn't you have it like, why do you need to sort out these things? Well, at least if you write performance instead of on demand, at least it gives you more, but it's still, if you see on absolute Linux, it just keeps it way up there compared to this. Now it's interesting to see one CPU doing a little more than the other. So I guess you can specifically do different things to each of the kernels apparently. But yeah, okay. I'll have to look into that, how to totally fix it. Just this Debian thing, logo and all that doesn't really make it, you don't get the crunch bang feel of it. So anyway, let's get into the installation and install the system. Okay, let's see here, live, start installer. Let's go. Calls it Bullseye apparently. And mounting failed, this and that and all that, and choose the language to be used in the installation process. Let's say, yeah, English will be fine. Select the location, other, Europe, which is and then Denmark, yeah. And kind of not there. What is it you do? Like see Denmark here. Where's the? Isn't there usually more options here? Like Denmark, for example. Kind of. Apparently not. That's a kind of a problem. Go back on other. Continue other in Europe. Denmark. Yeah. I don't see Denmark. Usually, as far as I know, you usually have the whole list. But apparently you can't figure that out, so I guess we'll just check United States for now, and I guess I will see if I can change it afterwards. But Denmark doesn't seem to be there. I know. Oh, wait, go back. Oh, configure keyboard. Oh, go back. Oh, give me a break. That's weird, you know. Okay, next step, let's see, choose language, right? English. Continue. And other, Europe, Denmark. And then you have there's no local defined for the combination of language and country you have selected. You can now select your preference from the locals available for the selected language. Oh, okay, so this is a language. Okay, so let's just take United States or United Kingdom. It doesn't really matter, one of them, right? You know, I can read both. So now, yeah, let's just take that, and then the key map. There we go with the Danish. Yep. And detecting hardware and blah blah blah. Your installation media couldn't be mounted when installing from CD-ROM. This problem means that your disk was not in the drive. If so, you can insert a retry. Yeah, retry. Oh, that's interesting. I can't find my. Okay. An installation step failed. You can try to run the failing item again from the menu, skip it and choose something else. The failing step is detect and mount installation media. Okay, well, apparently we didn't get so far in regards of installation media. Couldn't even find it. What a fail, you know. But, you know, that's typical computing, I guess. Having issues all the way around, right? I don't know why it wouldn't be able to find it. So let's see if we can, and I'll try again, I guess. And let's see here the BIOS, but I think it should, you know, ACI should be fine. And in regards of the USB set to, we can, no, I should be able to take it. The boot mode is legacy mode. Maybe it want another thing for that, I don't know. In regards of both and all that, well, let's just try again. You know, it might just have been a fluke. If it doesn't work, we could of course try to set it into another thing to see if we can install it. So start installer. Mount STA failed, invalid argument. Oh, I don't know. Hopefully it does something, but of course, you know, it wanna go through all the language things first. Although it seemed to have remembered some of it, I guess. I mean, configure the Danish, yep. Detecting. Let's see if we still have a problem. The installation media couldn't be mounted. Oh, okay. That's interesting, I guess. So there's a problem. Okay. Okay, yeah. I could, of course, just change something in the BIOS and see if that works. Could first try to change this one to this and see if that helps. Well, now it goes into another kind of installer, apparently. A little different than so, but maybe that works, who knows. At least it looks different than what it did, so maybe this works better. Well, there's actually a crunch bang on the laptop, so. Okay, yeah, that's true. Language, useful. No, we want English, that's true. Okay. This is a short list of location. Although Europe, okay, so this is the language. Okay, yep. Okay, and then we have Danish keyboard. There we go. It seems to still have issues in regards to detecting and mounting installation media. Your installation media couldn't be mounted. When installing from CD-ROM, this probably means that the disk was not in the drive. If so, you can insert and try again. Wow, that's amazing that it can't even sort out the... Okay, that's interesting. Didn't expect that. I can't even find the disk. Okay. Maybe if we'll try one more time. I guess. I'll just turn the AACI into an IDE, but that's like still the old mode, so I don't understand why these issues is even there, right? It's just apparently it's like mounting, blah blah blah, failed. So I guess it still has failed. Maybe maybe it needs to have it. Maybe it needs to have it, fix some kind of SDA already. Maybe I need to partition the thing to make it actually, find it. Yeah, okay. If it's just looking for SDA or something, but it should still be. Well, anyway, okay. Well, let's see here if we go into this. As I know this works, let's see. So we can go in and then we can partition the thing, and what we'll pretty much just need. Let's see. Yeah. Oh wait. Maybe not, but anyway, let's try it anyway, right? Can't remember what Linux is usually using in regards of, but anyway, let's see here, ACR, enabled, and let's go to legacy common again and save, and let's go into the live distribution that I have and try to, I guess, make the thing ready for an installation thing and see if we can get going. It's typical, one issue after another, right? Okay, and it should be moving into the live edition I have of Crunchbang, which apparently still works, you know, although it doesn't work on the other machine, so that actually looks, yeah, I've done something to it, that's for sure. Fix some of the things to work, I guess. Anyway, let's see here if we can find the we have keyem, run, conky, and it's really, you know, it's not your system departed. There we go. It's like, oh, there we go. No password. Let's see if it works. Okay, so we have the SDA and we have the SBD. So this is the okay. So I already had like an X4. Okay, so let's see it delete. So it should have found something. I'll just delete this and wait. Maybe we should have a Linux swap file. Apply all operations. Apply. There we go. I should still have found it, you know. Okay, make. We can make like this one, and that'll be Crunchbang ++CB++. So that'll be one partition. Now we have a new one. We have a swap file. I can't remember. Is that like an extension of it? I can't remember if that needs to be extended partition. Oh, you can't. Apparently, extended partition does. Oh, that's in. Okay, so that should be just the primary. Okay, I think. And well, that probably doesn't help it, sadly, in regards to the installation. Of course, I could try one of the other Crunchbang I have in regards to installation. Mounted, blah blah, C++, yeah. Linux swap. I should be more than enough RAM, so I don't need a swap at all, you know. I don't think it actually will ever. Oh yeah, it's like using 300 megabyte, you know, it's just nothing. I have 16. Of course, I'm not using the system at the moment. Okay, let's try again. See if it finds it this time. I sadly don't think it will, but it's just weird. And maybe it's because I made a persistent mode or something like that. Maybe that's the, I don't know. But it's also advanced install options, but that shouldn't really be. Let's see if it finds it this time. I don't think it does. I think there's invalid argument, so I don't think it found it, but let's try to run it through, you know, do whatever, you know, just see if it finds it. If it doesn't, I can always try an older version. Yep, couldn't be mounted. Okay.
I think I have an older version on the on this one. Let's see here. Too bad it didn't work. Okay, so let's go down here. Bum 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 bum. No. Where is it? I don't see it. No. Well, as far as I can see, it should be in the computer, but I don't see the. See the crunch bang, I see this one, I see that one, I see, but I don't see this one. Let's see if we take it out, what happens. Nope. Let's put it up here and see if we can see. That's the typical thing with USB keys. There we go. System installations. Okay, what do we have? We have Crunchbang 11.1. Wasn't that the same as the one that I... So yeah, I think that's the only one I have. Okay, and let's just Crunchbang, that's J, yep. Yeah, it seems to be the same, I sadly think. Is there any older versions? Well, there's this, but you know, it's older version, but like, you know, it would be nice to see if it actually had like. Yeah, it's kind of a little problematic if you can't even find your hard drive, you know. Here, older version, but like the version 10, that would be like old, you know, like. I want 11, but there's different versions of 11, but apparently not, you know, in regards of. I think that was like an 11, not an 11.1 version. Anyway, we'll try to, and this time without persistent partition and all that, I guess we'll try to see if that can install it. Yeah, but I could actually fix the Linux node on the forum, that would be pretty nice.
Let's use it as a note thing of taking notes. Would actually be pretty good, I think. Of course, in regards of installing Linux, if I make it like a USB thing like I did with this one, although it doesn't always work in regards of things, right? But maybe it can actually see other USBs, you know. It's interesting because this is running Crunchbang, of course, on the device. Yeah, you always have to have some kind of issues, you know. Just incredible. How can we even have these issues, or you know, going around? Why are they even there, you know, in the first place? They shouldn't be there at all. Maybe I have Windows 7 fixed to it, and that's great, you know, and everything is working pretty. I still need to make a last installation, I guess, which I thought I had done, but of course it. Yeah. What was the last Linux distribution also was thinking about? Well, Crunchbang, Triskel was also, but again, you know, getting to the forum and all that, they get so offended over the smallest things, you know. Well, I guess it's not the smallest things, but you know, in any case. Okay, we made the disk again, and let's try, I guess. Eject. But sadly, I of course have deleted the older version I had in regards of Crunchbang, because you know, when you first have one, why, and a newer version, why save the older one, right? I think that was an older one in regards of 11. But who knows? That might actually have been able to install, and then you just needed to update the thing. Then it would have been pretty much the same place, I think, as the other one. Okay, we have we'll start installer with speech, and we'll start installer. Maybe I need to take this thing out. Of course, we can take this one out and put this over here. Still seem to fail mounting dev SDA, and it's trying to mount things, but seems to fail in regards to things, so I'm not sure what. Let's just continue and see if it finds it. I think it will fail, sadly. Doesn't make any sense that it fails finding anything. Yeah. Couldn't be found. So clearly, you know, I haven't tried that before. Not being able to find the hard drive. Kind of a new thing in regards of. If I could find one of the older. Okay, let's see. Crunchbang plus 11 older version. Yeah, it's an older version. Crunchbang Archive OS. Versions. Archive OS. How many? Yeah, it doesn't really. Doesn't this guy have like, you know, when you download, what do you see? A copy link address. Let's see here. Paste. Okay, we have GitHub. Okay, GitHub apparently. Let's try this one, see what we find here. No, that didn't work. Not working either. There must be something in regards of working. Releases, there we go. Okay, here we have 11.1. That's the version, okay. Then we have beta 2. Okay. Assets, there we go. Let's try that one. Now we have beta 1. So here we actually have the 3 versions of Crunchbang++, and we can also download this one as well. So we have, well, we have the 3 versions. I don't know, I'll just try, right? Why is it actually downloading this one? Oh, there we go. Let's close that and that one. So we have the older versions of beta 1, 2, and I guess that was beta 3, and apparently beta 3 doesn't seem to do much good. I don't know if the other ones are able to install, but it might just be some issue. Of course, it could also be in regards of making the installation media. Maybe it needs, you know. Can also, you know, I can fix it over to a CD-ROM as well and see if that makes any difference. Maybe that makes a difference, you know. But yeah. Stable version with older kernel. Takes a little time to download. It's interesting. It's still considered in beta, you know. So I see beta 1 is 2021 and the other one is 2021. Well, it's not much difference in regards of dating on those two. I guess it's like 4 days on the first two. Then the third one is, I guess, a lot older, or a lot. No, what is this? This is 2021. Oh yeah, well. Okay, I guess that's. Oh, so it's not 2022. Okay. I know. I guess I could install it on the other system and see if that works. And is it really? Oh, it's from. No, this is from 2021. Why does it say 2021 on? Well, 2021 or what? Okay, well it is. No, okay, 2021. Okay. So it's actually pretty old. He hasn't really. Isn't it 2022? Yeah. Wow, and he hasn't made anything since then. Interesting. Okay. There we go. First beta seems to be. But yeah, you know, I could make a CD thing and try it on a DVD, whatever, you know, burn a DVD. That's one way of doing it, you know. I'll just put that in here. Open it up here. Yeah. Put this over here and put this in here. Shouldn't really take that long to burn anything. Image burner and write image to file, blah blah blah. Now I can just find. Well, I guess we can also just take the thing that is in download. So here, 2021, this one. Yep, burn. That's one way of trying it, right? And we're going to of course I have the oldest version of Crunchbang. That, you know, wouldn't be a surprise if that actually works without any issue. But that was also a lot more solid overall. Let's see, number J. Okay, we've got the number J. That one. Okay, and we'll select downloads, and we'll take the second beta. Should be down. Yep. And let's try that one. Well, there's two ways to write it, but I don't know why it would actually matter in regards to things. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, that's true. I do have Crunchbang on the laptop that I haven't really used much, so maybe I actually should just look into the laptop and get that going really. Still need, the problem is I still need some kind of voltage converter and all that, because it runs 19 volts. So I need something from 12 volts to 19.5 volts, but as far as I can see, that's also possible to get. So now it's copying the file. But yeah, that's interesting. That's a new issue apparently. Not being able to find the hard drive. Now again, I might be able to install it on the other computer and then just fix the thing over to the other one. But of course, rather would like to actually install the system on the system itself. But let's see, you know, there's two options here. Crunchbang, autoplay. Okay, I think we might know. It's still, we can close that down. Okay, it's burning at the moment, and it's making the USB, and the USB seems to probably be finished first. And 04. So the third beta apparently came 5 months after, around 5 months after the, well, 5 months according to, yeah. Waiting. The wait game. I need to also, yeah, that needs to be fixed, and then that's pretty much sorted on Windows 7 for the Slim client. That's at least good, you know. So I have a fully functional Slim client working with Windows 7. Then I need to extract the things from one computer to the other and, you know, empty the other one here. Two systems with Windows 2000, but I don't know how much further I'm going to go with that. A lot of loose ends. So, you know, it's all loose ends on so many levels. Okay. There we go. And we can take it out. So that's second beta thing here. Eject. I'll fix this and see if that actually get that to work. I need to look into that forum thing as well. That's also how terrible. I also need all the other things. Anyway, let's try it out. And I hope it works. Okay, it comes up, and of course we need a keyboard here. And start installer. Beta 2, yeah. Guess you forgot to call the other one Beta 3, and it's nope, still having issues. Isn't that interesting? Oh my. Yeah, that kind of sucks, you know. Okay, let's just continue and see what it says. I know I could try another. I guess another alternative would be to install it on a USB stick, right? Of course, I already have kind of a thing. I think that's also Crunchbang Plus, the one that I actually already have running on it, but I think it might be actually an older version. So, of course, I can't even remember how to actually check it out, you know. So, but yeah, apparently something is wrong. It just doesn't see the hard drive. Not sure why, but that's how it is. That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Why wouldn't it see the issue after issue, right? You know, a place that you didn't, you wouldn't expect anything to be a problem here, you know. But again, maybe I can install it on the other computer and then just move it over, you know. But, you know, give me a break, you know. The Crunchbang that runs here, you know, is, I think, installed on something else long time ago. And yet that seems to run. I think it's version 10 or something like that, and of course they're on version 11. So, but it is Crunchbang Plus, of course. But I think they have upgraded to 11, and I don't think that's 11. So, but I guess in some sense one could install it on on a USB, but of course I don't have. Okay, Synaptic package thing. Let's see what it says if we try to. I think it's probably. Oh, let's see. Reload. Mark all upgrades. Yeah, it doesn't have anything. Yeah, okay, so anyways, let's see here. Departed. I can try to put another hard drive in and see if that works, but I don't think it will. Now let's try to delete this one and delete. Oh, we can also just create partition table, really. There we go. I just ruined the whole drive. This is like dev SDA, so why wouldn't it see the seed? I have no idea. Okay, let's see here. Refresh devices. Unallocated. Yep, great. Scale power off. I guess it's interesting that it's still working this one, but it's not working on the other computer. Yeah, one thing works on one computer, doesn't work on another computer, and so forward, right? Maybe one could try the advanced installation or something like that. Oh, we need to still have the, who knows, maybe the advanced installation will do something. Did I try to turn off the USB 3.0? Maybe that could be something to do with it. Let's try to go in and turn that off, just to be sure that there's nothing in regards to that. Usually that is turned. Okay, yeah, let's try that. Who knows? That'd be a lot of things. Okay, we have start installer. We have, yeah. Sadly, I don't think you can install the thing inside the live, or maybe you can. Maybe that is a live installation. No, I don't think so. But there are some of those, you know, distributions you have where you can install it from the inside, right? And there you go with the Debian logo, which kind of ruins the, you know. I guess I understand that he doesn't have time to do all the things, right? But it kind of, you know, takes the whole masterpiece of Crunchbang away. And it was literally a masterpiece. I guess you can still install the last version of Crunchbang. It was amazing. There we go, and we also have the CD fixed. That's typical computers, right? There are always things you need to sort out. Well, is there a way to install it directly from in here? I guess you could also just run a live persistent, right? From the yeah, that's another way to, I guess, to run it. Gpod, the lock screen. Nope, doesn't seem to be anything in regards to installing it from. So reboot. So let's try from the CD, I guess. Yeah, the device is not connected. No. But we can also try advanced install, advanced options maybe. No, there's no more. Text install, graphic install with dark theme. There's not really any. There's also an automatically install. Oh, that's interesting. Let's try that. Maybe that will find it. I don't know. Maybe not. No, it's still having issues with mounting. Failed in regard to mounting devices. Detect and mount installation media. I think it still stalls at that point. Yeah, it does. Okay, well, we have the CD thing we can try out now. Let's see if that works out. Maybe maybe the BIOS needs some kind of option. Should be usually in regards to the boot. Let's see here, we need to. Okay, let's see here, start installer. Takes a little longer when it's from a CD. I don't think it will change anything. Anyway, it says beta 3. Now it's loading additional components, but I don't know if they did that last time, but it was a lot quicker, that's for sure. If it did, because I don't recall it, so it probably does, but probably a lot faster. I guess I could make my website more like Crunchbang and does it find it? I don't know. Let's see. Detect network hardware. We'll see. Apparently it's loading, so maybe it has found it this time. Oh, very interesting. At least it seems to be doing things that. Okay. Aha. So maybe it was the installation CD that was kind of messed up or something like that. Yeah, continue and see. And continue. It still haven't asked me where it wants the. Oh, I need something. Yeah. Oh, well, it needs. Whatever. Password. X marks the spot, right? Yeah, configuration clock. Well, just move on. Detecting disk. Yeah, I'm still waiting. Does it actually see the disk? If that's the case, well, we'll just install it with the CD, right? Or maybe I should have tried actually doing it on the other way. Okay, you guided user time manual. Let's put manual and see if we actually. Yeah, we can see it. Great. Awesome. Okay. Well, then I guess I just need to start from the beginning. I don't know why it wouldn't have worked, you know. But yeah, okay. Apparently that was the issue. It's a weird issue, you know. But yeah, it sees the disk. Continue without scanning. I just want to try something to see if we can actually get it to work with the other one. Let's see. So okay, we have J. That's number J. Okay, so we'll take J. We'll select the image. We'll take beta 3, which is not called beta, but anyway. 2021-0, 2021-9. Well, this is the one. Yep. Okay, and we'll just fix it as a. Okay, well, let's just say start and then just say write in DD mode image instead. Maybe that's what's the issue. Okay. And let it do its thing. I'm going to turn off this thing here and we can pretty much go into bias settings and just sort out anything of. Let's put it on back on 3.0 and all that. Apparently it was. And again, if we can't install it on the USB, we can do the CD. Let's see here, and we'll have this one on enable, legacy up, and AHCI. AHCI, yeah. Okay, and that's fine. Escape, yep. And we'll just take this out. And so if we can't install it, you know, if it doesn't work with the USB thing I'm making now, well, I'll just do it with my CD-ROM drive, you know. Very interesting. Let's see how that, you know, that should also be running pretty. But I felt like it was kind of slow, and then I found out that actually it's purposely made to be lower in processor than it actually should be. So again, one needs to sort that out and boost it to the maximum. It's just ridiculous in regards to these screen settings and all that. You buy hardware to make it fast, and then you get a system that is just going slow, having all this green technology nonsense in it. Yeah, it might have been the way I made the installation file. Again, there are so many options and so many. That's typical computing. Yeah. There we go. Let's try it out. Oh, it's not shown. Okay. I guess just take it out and put it in, and let's see if we can boot up on it. Well, it does come up with some arrows, but it doesn't really say if it actually. Well, maybe I should just go forward and see if it actually, you know, detecting and blah blah blah, and see if it actually doesn't work. Well, detect and mount installation media seems to break. No? Okay, it worked this time. Okay. So yeah, it worked. So apparently you would need to fix it. It was the DD thing apparently. that I should have. I guess DD is also the thing that you usually do on the Linux, right? When you make a. So, but anyway, there we go. Problem solved, I guess. Hopefully. We'll see. A little more options than absolute Linux, which just installs everything, with one quick installation thing, right? Yeah, okay, so let's go from the beginning and let's just install it here. There we go. Probably be a good amount of updates as well for it to install when we get that to that point. And start installer. Invalid argument. Yeah, okay. Anyway, okay, so select the language to be used for the installation process. The selected language will also be the default language for the installed system. Yeah. Okay, English. The selector will be set to your time zone and all that other. And so-called Europe, whatever they want to call this pagan nonsense. Denmark. We'll have United States. I guess the computer games came over from there. Danish. And there we go. And then it should detect the and mount installation media. Interesting how that. There we go. So now it's load installing component from installation media. So apparently that was the issue. Oh well. To find the right combination as usual. Oh well, it's getting closer to darkness and the classic minimal crunchbang field now with Debian 11 bullseye. Yeah. And we have the GitHub thing here. Yeah, okay, let's see. Realtek semiconductor gigabit Ethernet controller. And then there's an unknown interface, which who knows what that would be. Tempting IPv6 auto configuration. The hostname is a single word that identifies your system to the network. If you don't know what your hostname should be, consult your network administrator. If you're setting up your own home network, you can make something up here. Well, okay, Jesus, God, Pope, 666.info, I guess. Let's just make that up, right? Full name for the new user. There we go. Continue. Username for your account. Yep. And X marks the spot. Well, whatever. Well, getting forward in regards to the installation. Crunch bang plus, but it's like sudo bang bang or something like that. Okay, guided use entire. Yeah, but guided use entire installation, I guess we can just take that. And Yep, take that one. All files in one partition. Yeah, okay. We have 1 gigabyte of swap. Yeah, that looks fine. I don't know why it says 1 and 5, but in regards to the numbering, let's see here. Doesn't seem to be anyone that is actually a, but well, anyway, I guess it knows what it's doing. Yep. So it automatically wants to make 1 gigabyte of swap, which is, the other one also make some kind of swap. I don't know how much it made, but 1 gigabyte, it's fine in regards of swap, but it will never use it. But I guess it's nice to just have the ability if it wanna use it, or if it needs. It's like a secondary, emergency thing that tells you're using too much RAM. But yeah, it's copying. It would be, I guess, more important if you was running on a system that doesn't have so much RAM. But again, you also need to use that RAM, up before it actually begins to. And again, it's a very lightweight system. But yeah, it kind of annoys me in regards to the crunch bang. It didn't really feel so quick, and then it could be because it downgrades the CPU. It goes into flower power mode. That's actually a pretty good word. And a lot of these distros goes into flower power mode, and it just doesn't make any sense. Flower power, save the world mode, Hey, my unit is using 3 to 7 watts, and you're telling me to save the planet, right? It's like, give me a break. I really wonder how much it really gives you totally in regards of saving anything, in regards of saving, maybe the newer systems can do a pretty good amount, but I don't see any big difference in my small unit in regards of power usage. So I do wonder how much I really, So anyway, copying data to disk. So we're now installing it. Yippee yay! And of course, this is an older. It's, I guess, over a year old. Probably be a lot of updates for it. But at least it's kind of a lot easier to install than on Windows. So then I will need to sort this thing out in regards to the CPU and the graphic cards, and sort that out and see how we can sort it out. But yeah, it's nonsense in regards to all this flower power nonsense and all that. When you want all the juice you can get from the system, and then it just downclocks it, it's just nonsense. Yeah, but that might be the reason why it didn't, feel so quick. Flower power juice, Installing the system. Yeah. And I guess I should be able to take the files in regards of edited files from one system. I do have a couple of these crunch bang installations where I had some of these edited files, and I could try to sort that out as well and see if I could get back to where I was. No, it's not going to be easy, sadly, I think. Let's see. I wonder if I actually still... Installing the system. Yeah. I still have a hard time in regards of adding things and where they actually install it on the system, and it's not a good newbie system. Okay, user network mirror. A network can be used to supplement the software that is included. This may also make newer versions of. Okay, so user. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Usually Debian is a good choice. Well, then I guess we'll just take that. Configuring apt. Retrieving file 10 out of 10. Well, 10 out of 10. I guess we're getting close to being finished in regards to this installation. Yeah. I think we'll go with that instead, and I think forget about the other thing. Configuring the package manager. I wonder what it's doing. It's just, you know, when you have Crunchbase, you just have the, some real potential to hugely powerful system. Installing group bootloader. Okay, it seems that this new installation is the only operating system on this computer. If so, it should be safe to install the group bootloader to your primary drive. UEFI partition boot record. Warning, if your computer has another operating system that the installer failed to detect, this will make that operating system temporarily unbootable, though group can be manually configured later at boot. Install the group loader to your primary drive. Well, I remember, if you say no, you install it to, you can then, that's the thing when you make a bootable USB, you say no, and then you fix it to something I can't remember, and then because then you don't want it to do it like that, you want it to install someplace else, which I can't remember. I still have the manual someplace for it. It's like, I can't remember. Yeah, I guess we'll just install it like that. It shouldn't really be any problems, right? In regards of... No. You need to make the newly installed system bootable by installing the group loader on a bootable device. The usual way to do this is to install group to your primary drive UEFI. You may instead install group to a different drive for partition or to a removable. No, we'll just, okay. Here we have like into the device, so you go back. Install, Debian installer main menu. Well, I guess we'll just wait for it. Installing group, there we go. We can say no or yes. Well, we need to say yes, I guess. So we guess SDA. Enter device manually, or maybe that's the one in regards of. But anyway, that was something special you needed to do when you make a bootable. Finishing the installation. As there's also some programs you might be able to install from the Debian thing in regards of maybe that you can adjust the CPU thing on a GUI thing, or anyway, now it's finishing the installation, and then it just needs to have an update, and then of course it will take a little time to update it. Installation is complete, so it's time to boot you into your new system. Make sure to remove the installation meter so that you boot. Hey, yep, okay, let's go here. So continue, finishing the installation. There we go. Finally. I must say it was a lot easier with Absolute Linux. You know, you just push one thing and just made the whole installation go by. So the guy that made Absolute Linux, that's absolutely some good goodies. I just don't know, if he opens up for the forum and all that, so I can actually ask him some questions, maybe. But if not, then it's kind of a, you don't have any way to get some help. Running live packages, and we're still waiting. Apparently it takes a little time. Running, remove live packages. Waiting. It's using around 4 watts at the moment. Yeah. Again, still need some kind of screen for it that is low. That's low power. And in regards to Windows 2000, there was the 3 options in regards of getting AACI to work, but I haven't really sorted that out, in regards to how to. Well, that was these beta drivers that seem to actually only have the specific, so I would need to try that out as well if I want to try out in regards to Windows 2000. But anyway, now I have this, and then I need to fix Windows 7, and that's interesting. The screen has the same issue as the other one in regards to the graphic. It's like a corned screen. Now it's still working, right? But now it says okay. All green lights apparently. Of course, things are going so quick, so you can't really. Then we have the username. And I guess I want the password as a way to not have that screen, or at least have it just go in. Okay, let's see here. Welcome to Crunchbang ++ Linux. Yes, okay, continue. Would you like to update your software? Yes, let's just. And the great big password, 1 letter. Now, if I could, I wouldn't have any password at all. But anyway, sudo apt-get dist upgrade. Yeah.